Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm delighted to finally be able to review for you the brand new Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I know that as soon as you guys on Snapchat and on Instagram saw that I've been using it, it was like, can I have a review? I was like, hold on, just wait. And here it is. So this is the brand new foundation from Urban Decay, which has been highly anticipated as it is a full coverage foundation and it is their first full coverage foundation. They've not done one before. And the box comes like this. It's silver with some lines going all over it, and it's called the All Nighter Liquid Foundation, full coverage, long wear, matte finish, waterproof, oil free, and the shade that I bought it in is 7.0. I used to wear 6.5 in the Naked Skin foundations until it became a little bit too light for me, and then I moved over to 7.0. I did ask Urban Decay whether these shades are exactly the same as the Naked Skin range, and they said yes, they are. So if you have already got that foundation, you should find it quite easy to find your colour match in this. Now, I was a little bit skeptical at first because it is summer and I have got quite a bit of a tan going on at the moment and my foundations are all a bit funny. I was thinking, okay, the 7.0 in the Naked Skin at the moment for me is tad little bit too light, just a tiny bit. Maybe it's just me being fussy and me just being critical, but this one seems to be a perfect match for me. When I first put it on, it's really strange. When I put it on my hand, it comes out one colour, quite light. Then I put it on my face and as I was blending it in, it started to change colour and get a little bit darker. And I was like, what's this? There's only one other foundation that does that to me, and that is the MAC Pro Long Wear Pro Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. That does that one to me as well. I find it really odd, but whatever, as long as it does the job. But generally, I would say that it is a pretty good match for my skin, and that is exactly what I'm wearing today. So it comes in this bottle, which I love this bottle. I think it's awesome. Really unique, very different. Somehow reminds me a little bit of the Kat Von D Locket one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because there's a bottle within a bottle. And this is some sort of metally plastic. It's plastic really, isn't it? And it comes with a pump, which is always great. I prefer foundations which have pumps. It's cleaner, it's more hygienic, and it's easier to use and dispense. And let's see, it is your standard 30ml, I believe. Yes, it is. Shake before use. I have been doing that. Not that I can tell how much is moving around because I can't really see inside. You can just see a tiny bit inside of it, but you will at least be able to see when it finishes. And it says 6 months. You're meant to use it within 6 months. I don't know who actually does that, but it's something that they have to tell you. So let's get into what their claims are. It says, the ultimate foundation for a flawless looking complexion. This waterproof formula provides complete coverage that lasts all day or night with a modern matte finish that never looks overdone. Okay, so achieve a blown out effect you never thought possible for skin that always looks amazing and stays that way. Perfect for all night affairs and other scandalous activities. This revolutionary formula is also comfortable enough to wear every day. We loaded this full coverage foundation with such an insane amount of pigment that a little goes a long way. There's no need to build your coverage or apply multiple layers. Light diffusing pigments blur flaws for perfectly perfected skin, while high-tech ingredients mattify and absorb oil to reduce the appearance of shine. Choose from a wide range of meticulously calibrated shades for your perfect complexion. Shake well, then buff on with one of our UD Pro foundation brushes. Okay, so that's what their claims are. So let's see whether what they say is true. I got this a couple of days ago. I have worn it about 3 times. I've worn it to work. I've worn it on a normal Saturday running my errands, and I'm wearing it today. And so I've worn it in different temperatures, different environments. It's been different weather every single day, and I've worn it in rain and sun. Okay, so it says waterproof formula. Now, I have worn it yesterday when I was wandering around and it kept raining and then stopping and then raining and stopping. And I was like, oh, my makeup. But when I looked in the mirror afterwards, I was like, hasn't moved, looks fine. So I guess, yeah, it is waterproof. Obviously, I haven't dunked my whole head in any water, so I can't really state that claim, and I'm not going to at any point soon. But in terms of like rain and stuff, it's good. Flawless looking foundation. Flawless looking, complete coverage that lasts all day. Now, I have worn this for upwards to 12 hours and I have found that it looks great and it wears well throughout the day. There isn't really any settling into my lines. It also did not oxidize on me, which is what I thought that it might do. But that oxidization seems to happen as soon as I apply it to my face when it becomes a little bit darker. Only a tiny bit darker, but that might just be on me. I've got normal to combination skin, so I get dry, oily in my T-zones, and I've got dry patches in 1 or 2 places, but that's probably just about it. and it is a matte foundation, but it's a really natural matte. It's not an unnatural matte because the skin is not naturally matte. We've got a natural dew to our skin because of the natural oils within it, but this is matte, but it still leaves your skin looking really beautifully naturally matte, so it's really flattering. Achieve a blown out blah blah blah. Perfect for all night, comfortable enough every day. Yes, yes, and yes. I've worn this in all manner of environments and it's worked perfectly well for me. It's an amazing full coverage foundation. I'm really impressed with it. It's got a lot of pigment that a little bit goes a long way. Definitely no need to build your coverage or apply multiple layers. Yes. Now with most foundations, I tend to apply more than one layer to certain areas. I've got a lot of pigmentation, marks, scarring and whatnot from acne from when I was a teenager. But I only really need to apply one layer and I've got a complete and full coverage. Not a single foundation that I have out there I can say it does the same thing, except maybe the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. See, blurs, flaws, for perfectly, beautifully perfected skin. Yes, high-tech ingredients to mattify and absorb oil to reduce the appearance of shine. Yes, I have found that it works really, really well. It stays matte pretty much throughout the whole working day for me. By the time I get home, I only noticed that a little bit of shine has started to break out, but that's nothing that a little bit of blotting powder can't fix. So overall, I give this foundation a 10 out of 10. I think it's excellent to the point where I have actually claimed that this is my new Holy Grail foundation. I feel a little bit guilty because it wasn't that long ago I did my Ride or Die Holy Grail makeup products and I said that the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation was my Holy Grail. It's this now. It doesn't take that long for something new to come out and then something else to get bumped off of #1 post and replaced with this. Now, in comparison to the Lock-It foundation by Kat Von D, which is the only thing that I feel that I can personally compare it to, with that I can only use a beauty blender to apply it because it is so thick. And then it can be difficult sometimes to get a very even coverage with that as well, especially because it starts to dry while you're still kind of buffing it into the skin. Now, this one does dry quite quickly, compared to other foundations. However, I can apply it with a brush. It's not as thick. It's kind of mid consistency. It's not too runny and it's not too thick. So you can easily apply it all over the face and blend it in nicely with a buffing brush, a beauty blender, or whatever your foundation brush of choice is. It fills in any lines and lumps and bumps that you might have and gives a really beautiful, flawless finish, as you can see. So generally, I am really happy with this foundation. I think it's excellent. I highly recommend this for those of you that are on the lookout for a full coverage foundation. And even if you aren't on the lookout for a full coverage foundation, I think it's definitely something that is worth having in your makeup collection. So for those of you that like to wear more full coverage because you're going out in the evening or you're going for a more glam sort of look, then definitely go for this. If you're somebody like me that has lots of texture, lumps and bumps and scars and wants to cover that thing on a day-to-day basis, then this will definitely work out for you. It doesn't transfer loads, but it transfers like a normal foundation would. That obviously if I was to wipe my hand over my face, yes, it would kind of come off on my hands. However, it does not have that same staying power as, for example, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is probably the only foundation that I've ever found that if I blow my nose, I mentioned that in that video, I blow my nose because I've got so many allergies, I'm always blowing my nose. That is the only foundation that doesn't come off on the tissue. This one does because I did it the other day. So that's just kind of normal with a lot of foundations. So, and what else? Does it have any SPF in it? I don't think it does. It doesn't have any SPF, which means that in terms of flashback, it should be fine if you use flash photography. Not really sure what else I can say. It's just amazing. It's a wonderful foundation. I'm so happy that Urban Decay finally came out with a full coverage foundation. I love Urban Decay. I use their products all the time. Their Naked foundation, their concealer is my all-time favorite concealer. Their eyeshadow palettes are awesome. Their lipsticks are amazing. Really waiting to see when they finally come out with liquid lipsticks. That'll be interesting to see. So other than that, I'm not really sure what else I can say. There's loads of different shades. So all of you should be able to find one that caters towards your own skin tone. And it's oil free, like I said. And yeah, leaves a really nice kind of natural matte glow to the face. Glow to the face, matte, that doesn't really sound right. It really leaves a nice natural matte look to the face, but naturally enough so that it doesn't look caked on. You don't get those kind of flakiness and like I've got too much makeup on sort of look. And because you only need to really use a little bit, I tend to use 2 pumps of this to cover my entire face and I don't need to go back for any touch-ups afterwards. So that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you bought this? Do you love it as much as I do? Are you going to get it now? What do you think? It is available in the UK. I bought mine from urbandecay.co.uk when it first came out, and it has now also released in Debenhams, so you can always get a good deal or whatever it is, or you can also go in store to colour match yourself if you're unsure about what your shade might be. And I think I said mine is 7.0. And that's it. So I hope you guys are great. On my lips I am wearing Anastasia Beverly Hills Kathryn liquid lipstick with her St Tropez lip gloss on top, and I am wearing this foundation because it is my new love. So that's it. Hope you guys are great, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.